Hey guys, and welcome to the start of a brand new Harry Potter fandom series. For this channel, Pottercast is no more. But That Potter Show is, that's the name of this show. Pardon me. And I thought I would start this one by talking about Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. So, okay, let's get started, shall we? Because Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry was founded in the year or around the year 990 AD by the four greatest witches and wizards of the age: Godric Gryffindor, Rowena Ravenclaw, Salazar Slytherin, and Helga Hufflepuff. And they began taking students into their school to educate them in magic, and they handpicked their students when the school first started. Three of the founders coexisted quite harmoniously, one did not. Salazar Slytherin, of course, wished to be more selective of the students they admitted to Hogwarts, believing that magical learning should be kept within all magical families, aka purebloods. Unable to sway the others, he decided to leave the school, but unbeknownst to any of the other founders, all the students in the school, he had built a hidden chamber in the school, known as the Chamber of Secrets. And shortly before he left, he sealed it. Now, obviously, we know what came to that until his own true heir returned to the school. Now, we know it was the basilisk that was hidden within the chamber. Now, the founders did eventually come to realize that they would need a way to sort students into their houses after they were gone. So, Godric came up with the idea to bewitch his hat into a device by which to do so, naming it the Sorting Hat. So they each enchanted the hat with their own knowledge and wisdom and values. This happened before Salazar left, by the way. Also, Godric Gryffindor, being the owner of an awesome ruby-encrusted, sword made for him by goblins, also came up with a way for true Gryffindors to summon the sword through the hat. Also, around the time of the school, Helena Ravenclaw, Rowena's daughter, was taught at the school, and jealous of her mum, she stole her magic diadem and hid it in a forest in Albania. Now, just to be clear, in Harry Potter, they don't mean... No, they don't mean the European country of Albania. They mean Scotland, whose ancient Gaelic name was Alba. So, yeah, there you go. So... And it was... Now, also, in the early days still, Rowena Ravenclaw, on her deathbed, had her last wish. Now, Rowena Ravenclaw actually kept her daughter's betrayal a secret from the rest of the founders, and when it came to her being on her deathbed, her last wish was to see her daughter one last time. So she sent the Bloody Baron, well, who would become the Bloody Baron after this, but so he sent a Baron who was in love with her out to find and bring her back. But when she refused, he killed her. And then, out of guilt about what he had done, he turned the blade on himself and killed him. And killed himself, becoming the Bloody Baron. Helena Ravenclaw became the Grey Lady, and they each became the resident ghosts of their respective houses. Now, we are now going to move on several centuries now to 1938, when a young Tom Marvolo Riddle first entered the school as a pupil, was sorted into Slytherin. And it's what would happen 5 years later, in 1943, when Tom wants to know all about his family's ancestry and found out that his mum was a witch and his father was a muggle. He wanted to do away with both sides of his family history. So yes, he found and opened the Chamber of Secrets, unleashing the basilisk on the students, and it took the life of Ravenclaw student Myrtle Warren, who was weeping away in the second floor bathroom due to being bullied by Olive Hornby. So she ends up dying after seeing the basilisk's eyes by the sink. And to avoid expulsion himself, Tom frames third-year student Rubeus Hagrid, who is a half-giant, for being the one to have opened the chamber, and blames the killing on a young acromantula which Hagrid was keeping, Aragog, who was then set free and sent running into the woods, well, the Forbidden Forest. And this, of course, led to Hagrid being turned over and expelled, even though he didn't do anything. His wand was snapped in half. And only Dumbledore seemed to think Hagrid was innocent. So he was allowed to stay on as gamekeeper. After all, it was at this point that Hagrid had lost his father and his mother, so he was an orphan. He'd lost his father shortly before starting that school year. And his mother was the giantess Rivwolfa, who left him when he was young. Now, so that's one tragedy that happened at Hogwarts in 1943. Now, the same tragedy would happen again 50 years later. when the Chamber of Secrets was opened again. Now, this is during Harry's second year. And, well, no one dies this time round, but several students are petrified as a result of glancing at the basilisk, not making direct eye contact with it. And this is when we learn Harry can speak Parseltongue, and he is the suspect. Well, at first, but although the Ministry actually suspects Hagrid of opening the chamber again. So he becomes the fall guy once again and is sent to Azkaban. Now, of course, Hogwarts has had a long and rich history over the years. It's had 2 openings of the Chamber of Secrets, and it was even the stage for a final battle during the Second Wizarding War, during which Voldemort was taken down once and for all by Harry Potter himself. Ha ha ha. The chosen boy who lived won. And it's had so many different head teachers over the years. Now, of course, the headmaster throughout the series is obviously Albus Dumbledore. But other ones that have come and gone since and before: Minerva McGonagall, briefly Dolores Umbridge, that beep, everyone's favourite Remus Lupin, and many more. No, that's Defense Against the Dark Arts professors. Sorry, I'm getting them confused now. Head teachers Armando Dippet, that's Dumbledore's direct predecessor. And then we had Phineas Nigellus Black, Dilys Derwin. So yeah, I think you get the gist. Now, Defense Against the Dark Arts has quite a dark history behind it. After the post was denied to Voldemort for a second time, he put a jinx on it, and it was this jinx that made sure that no teacher could hold the position for more than a year. So during Harry's years, he was taught by Quirinus Quirrell in the Philosopher's Stone, who turned out to be that book's bad guy, that book and film's bad guy. Gilderoy Lockhart in the Chamber of Secrets, although the only thing he taught them was not to release Cornish pixies. He was useless at everything else. So, and he was a fraud. Remus Lupin in The Prisoner of Azkaban, the best teacher for that subject we've ever seen. He's the one who taught Harry the Patronus charm, because it was during that year Dementors were stationed around the school on a manhunt for Sirius Black. Barty Crouch Jr. as Mad-Eye Moody in The Goblet of Fire. And he's the one that gives Harry the idea to seek out an ambition as an aura. I can't believe I'm mentioning her again. Dolores Umbridge in The Order of the Phoenix, who doesn't teach him diddly jack. Severus Snape in The Half-Blood Prince. And that's the last of the teachers Harry had teaching him during his years. Although the 7th year professor of just the dark arts was Amicus Caro. So, and that was in the Deathly Hallows, but the Horcrux one was going on during that time for Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Anyway, I think we're getting off the topic of Hogwarts here now. So we're going to stop talking about it, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have us a magical time.